Hello, welcome back again. Today I'm making a baby cowl. I'm using chunky yarn and some leftover yarn. So let's get into the video. My hook is 5.5 millimeters. Start by making a slip knot. Insert your hook in the slip knot and then you're going to make chains. I made 56 chains. This is for a baby around 3 years. So the 56 chains are equivalent to 18.5 inches without stretching. So next I'll be using half double. So yarn over and insert your hook in the third chain from your hook and make a half double crochet. Go to the next, make a half double crochet, and that's what you'll be doing for that row. At the end of this row, you're supposed to make a buttonhole. I forgot to show you guys that, so please skip to the 5th minute and see how I do that. Next, chain 2. The chain 2 is our first stitch, so you're going to yarn over and insert your hook in the second stitch. We are working on the back loop and make a half double crochet. Yarn over, insert your hook in the next stitch in the back loop. Make another back loop, half double crochet until you reach the end of your row. When you reach the end of that row, make 2 chains, turn your work, skip the first stitch, go to the next and make a back loop, half double crochet. Next back loop, half double crochet, and you'll do the same until you reach the end of that row. I'm done with this row, so next I'm going to change the color of yarn. So on the very last stitch, I'll yarn over, insert my hook in that stitch in the back loop, yarn over, pull through, and then I'm going to make a slip knot on the yarn I'm using on the new yarn, and then insert your hook in the slip knot and pull through. Pull it through the 3 loops on your hook. Okay, next you're going to chain 2. And turn your work. Yarn over and insert your hook in the back loop and make a half double crochet. Make another back loop, half double crochet until you reach the end of that row. At the end of this row, I'm going to show you how you're going to make your buttonhole. So continue making back loop, half double crochet until you have 2 stitches remaining. So now chain 1 and skip 1 stitch, and to the last stitch make a back loop, half double crochet, and you will be having your buttonhole. That is where your button is going to pass through. Next, chain 2, turn your work, and we'll repeat the same for this row. You're going to make half double crochets throughout the row. So skip the first stitch, and on that chain 1 you're going to make a back loop, half double crochet, next back loop, half double crochet to the end of that row. At the end of this row, you're going to exchange your yarn again, depending on what you want. If you don't want to use 2 yarns, you can just use 1 and do the same thing. Yeah. So here I'm going to exchange my yarn again, do the same thing if you're using 2 yarns. If you're using 1, you'll just make half double crochets. Chain 2, turn your work and go to the second stitch, make a back loop, half double crochet to the other end. Okay, from here you're going to make 3 more rows, and on the very last row you're going to make another buttonhole. Okay, I'm done making my rows, so next I'll show you my measurements. It shrunk a little bit. For the width it's 4 inches, and the length is the length of the cowl is around 17 inches. So yeah, it shrunk. So next I'm going to chain 1 at the end of where you stopped, sorry, and then you're going to cut that yarn. Next you'll cut the remaining yarns. Next I'm going to hide the remaining yarn. So for this side, since it has a lot of remaining yarn, I'll use a single crochet. So make a slip knot, insert your hook in the cowl, and then in the slip knot pull through, and then you're going to make a single crochet. In the process you're going to hide all remaining yarn, so insert your hook in the next space and make a single crochet. Go to the next space, make a single crochet. Remember, you're supposed to hide the remaining yarn. Do the same thing until you reach the other end. When you're done, chain 1 and cut your yarn and then pull it through. On the other side, I'm not going to make a single crochet. I'll just weave in the ends. So go ahead and do that. Okay, now I'm going to show you how you're going to sew your buttons. On this side I'm having my buttonholes, and the buttons will be on the base of the cowl. Next, put your button just below your buttonhole, and then you're going to sew your button in place. So put it directly below your buttonhole and then you'll sew. Okay, I'm done with my first button. I forgot to record. I thought it was recording. Let me just try and push it through if it will pass. Remember, you are supposed to have a buttonhole there. Okay, onto the next button. You're going to place it again just below your buttonhole, directly below your buttonhole, and then hold it, and you're going to sew it. I'm using a sewing needle. When you're done with sewing your button, you're going to pass your needle below the stitches twice, and then you're going to cut your yarn. Go ahead and make the last button, and then you'll be done with your cowl. Thank you guys for watching. If you love this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe down below.